Hey my fellow horror fans, and welcome back to October Horror Fest. Yesterday I reviewed Friday the 13th Part 2, so today I'll be reviewing Friday the 13th Part 3. Following the success of Friday the 13th Part 2, Friday the 13th Part 3 was put into development right away, and originally the idea for Part 3 was to have the character Jenny Fields to be put into a mental hospital following the horrible events of Part 2, and Jason was supposed to show up and go after her in the hospital. But at the time, Amy Steele, who portrayed Jenny, wasn't interested in coming back to the series, so the producers abandoned the idea and decided to go for a simple story of Jason going after a bunch of teenagers who are staying at a lodge in the woods. Friday the 13th Part 3 was shot fully in 3D, and this was done as a way to help revive interest in the Friday the 13th series after Part 2 did well at the box office, but not to the same level of success as the original Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th Part 3 was directed by Steve Miner, who also directed Friday the 13th Part 2. Friday the 13th Part 3 was made on a $2,300,000 budget, and thanks to the gimmick of 3D. When Friday the 13th Part 3 was released in theaters on August 13th, 1982, the film would become a massive box office success, making an impressive $36,700,000 at the box office. Alright guys, before I start the movie, I'm actually going to be watching Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D, but this is not the crappy red and blue Anagaf 3D. This is actually a really good 3D quality that is very close to the original theatrical experience. I can't tell you guys how I got this, but a company basically converted an old format from the 1980s, and a company basically took a version of Friday the 13th Part 3 from the 1980s and converted it to work with modern 3D Blu-ray players and modern 3D TVs, and even though the actual quality of the film is okay, because it's taken from a version of the film in the 1980s that's obviously not in HD, it hasn't been cleaned up or anything, but the film looks still pretty good. But I will say this, the 3D looks phenomenal. Like, this looks really close to the original 3D in theaters, and it sucks. Like, I really hope eventually Paramount does take an HD version of Friday the 13th Part 3 and actually does a proper 3D transfer, like Universal did with Jaws 3D. But as of right now, this is the best option other than seeing it in theaters, though eventually I do want to see Friday the 13th Part 3 in theaters in 3D if I ever get the chance. Alright guys, I'm going to start the movie in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Okay, there's the Paramount logo. Paramount Pictures presents. Here's the classic Friday the 13th music. Yeah, one interesting note, I don't know why they decided to do this, but they start the movie by re-showing the final couple minutes of Friday the 13th Part 2. But I actually do kind of like this. Okay, there's poor Jenny in Jason's shack, and here comes Jason. I will say, Jenny Fields is definitely the best final girl. She was definitely Jason's best rival, and it does kind of suck she didn't come back for Part 3, but at the same time, though, I will say, ironically, the actress does regret not coming back because she said she would like to do a new Friday the 13th and take on Jason one more time, and I admit, that would actually be awesome to see, but it will probably never happen, unfortunately. Yeah, I like right here how Jenny gets the idea to take Mrs. Voorhees' sweater and put it on her, and it actually works. Better hurry up, Jenny. Jason's coming through that door pretty quick. Yeah, I love the music tracks. Good job, Jenny. You're actually fooling Jason. Yeah, this is a pretty intense scene. Yeah, Jason. Yeah, I don't know what look of Jason I prefer more. Like, I do like this potato sack look from part 2, but obviously the hockey mask is the most iconic look for Jason. It's a tough call. I mean, I do favor the hockey mask, but I also do like this look of Jason in part 2. Ah, Jenny, you actually almost had Jason, but you make the mistake of moving in a second. Oops. And of course, Jason sees his mother's head. Ouch. Oh, Paul to the rescue. Yeah, you gotta wonder, it's like, how did Paul find them, but... Hey. Yeah, I gotta say, Paul and Jason get into a pretty intense fight here. Ouch. Oh, there's poor Sandra. Oh, there's poor Terry, and we still don't know exactly how she died. You never actually see it. Okay, here's Jenny going in for the kill. And was a really close call and a really tense scene. Nice, Jenny. Yeah, I love that scene. That's a solid scene. And of course, Jenny wants to take a look, and I can't blame her. After all, this guy's been trying to kill her all night. Okay, guys, I'm going to talk about a new scene in a second as soon as they show it. Okay, this is where Jenny and Paul are walking away, and you're going to see a new scene in a second. Okay, this is a new scene they filmed for part 3 now. You can see Jason's removed the machete from his shoulder. Now, this implies that the scene where Jason smashes through the window at the beginning of part 2 at the end of part 2, might have actually been a dream sequence, because when he smashes through the window at the end of part 2, he actually still had the machete in his shoulder, so I guess they're implying that that actually was a dream sequence, so we still don't know exactly what happened to Paul. Okay, here we go. Here's all the 3D openings. Okay, here we go. Here's the opening for part 3. With these really funky 3D credits, and they actually look really good. You guys really gotta see these in 3D to appreciate them. Starring Dana Kimmel. Yeah, these 3D credits are really funky, but they work. Oh yeah, Richard Brooker, he played Jason. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us. It's a shame too, because he was a really solid Jason. Yeah, I love all this disco music. It's interesting. Have any of you guys ever seen Friday the 13th Part 3 in the theaters in 3D? Let me know down in the comments. Yeah, I will say, all this disco music was an interesting take on the credits. I actually do like this music. I'm glad it's not in the entire movie, but it is an interesting choice for these opening credits. Okay, here's the opening for part 3, and we see that shop that Jason's gonna unfortunately visit. Yeah, I like how this opening is just using just outside natural sounds and some thunder. Okay, here comes Clumsy Harold. Okay, here comes the 3D effect. This is cheesy, but it actually looks really good if you see it in proper 3D. I mean, it actually works. It actually works pretty damn good. Yeah, you see right here on the news bulletin, they say 8 corpses have been found. That doesn't actually include Paul if you do the math. So again, we don't know exactly what happened to Paul. Also, ironically, this is actually technically Saturday the 14th. Oh, this antenna bud for the TV is also 3D. It's actually a decent effect. Oh, there's poor Jenny being taken to the hospital. Uh-oh. Some noise. That's not Harold. Uh-oh. I told you that's not Harold. That's not Harold. love the music right here. Creepy. Close call. Have you guys ever had goldfish? I had them when I was a kid. I've been debating whether or not to get some new fish eventually. Maybe I will, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, poor Harold. Oh yeah, freaking Harold starts eating the freaking fish food. Yeah, you think they're good until you read the fine print. Oh, there's Jason. Ew, day flags. Yeah, I've always wanted to have a bunny as a pet, I just never got around to getting one yet. Have any of you guys ever had a bunny as a pet? Let me know down in the comments. Oh yeah, ugh, friggin' Harold, he's actually eating the food. I tell you, I'm glad all food that's in jars or any type of sealed container now has like sealed labels. Or not labels, like sealed barriers so that you can tell if they've been tampered with. Like, oh, like right there, he's drinking the orange juice. Like, imagine that you go buy orange juice and then you find out somebody else drank some of it, it'd be like, oh god. Like, I'm glad that can't happen today. I mean, you'd find out pretty much the second you open the lid, it'd be like, what the? Oh, Harold's sneaking some donuts. Busted. Yeah, Harold, what is she gonna do with you? Aw, don't take it out on the bunny. He's not filthy. Come on. If anything, he's cute. Ah, he has a good reason to be nervous. Look out, Harold! Snake! Yeah, it looks fake, but that effect is actually really good. Like I said, a lot of these 3D effects are cheesy, but they actually look good if you can see them in good 3D. It's like I said, I hope Paramount eventually does a proper 3D conversion for Blu-ray. Okay, yeah, right here I gotta say, they really did not have to give Harold sound effects for taking a dump. That's one thing we really did not need to hear. It's like, really? And of course, he keeps booze next to the toilet. But granted, I remember in Black Christmas, 1974, Mrs. Mack kept booze hidden in the water tank for the toilet, so it's interesting. Where some people hide their booze, it's like, in the toilet, next to the toilet. Uh-oh. What was that? Yeah, I mean, right here there's some false jump scares, but I like the tension. Nothing there. Will there be something there? Nope. Harold, you should not be opening that door. If I were you, I'd keep that door closed. I warned ya. Whack! Yeah, and that meat cleaver is actually a pretty solid 3D effect. Well, Harold's gone. Sorry, you're too late. Sorry, Jason took care of Harold. Yeah, it's interesting. The mouse is actually 3D. I don't know how they managed to do that, but it's actually pretty good. Yeah, that needle Jason just shoved into her head, it actually is 3D at first. Yeah, and you see the battery here, that's also 3D, and it actually works pretty good. I mean, like I said, a lot of the 3D is gimmicks, but they're not bad. I mean, granted, I probably would have tried to do some more creative things, but... Okay, here's the main cast of kids. And there's Chris. Well, there's the horny couple. And here comes and here comes Shelly, the prankster. Shelly, Shelly, Shelly. Ironically, the actor that's playing Shelly, he actually wasn't an actor when he was cast for this. Apparently, the producers saw him handing out, like, special, flyers or something for some movie event, and, they approached him, and they asked him if he wanted to be in a movie, and he said yes. And they cast him in Friday the 13th Part 3, but I think that's the only time he was ever acting, because now he's actually a lawyer, which is interesting. Now he's actually a lawyer. Oh, here's some family drama. Family drama. Shelly, you should have lost that mask. That would have definitely helped you out a little bit. Oh yeah, the van's on fire. Not quite. Oh, there's the stoners. Yeah, I gotta say, that van is a gas guzzler. It actually has 2 tanks. Imagine driving that today. Boy, that would cost you a ton of money. Yeah, there is a law against it, man, but... Yeah, I gotta say, they got gutsy for this movie, having, a victim that's actually pregnant. Oh yeah, here's a 3D butt. Or 3D joint, sorry guys. Oh, here comes the cops. Oh god, eating it. Ugh. Yeah, Shelly, come on, eat. And of course, ironically, the cops weren't even actually after them. Oh god, that must have tasted awful, though. Oh, Jason's handiwork. Yeah, I gotta say, these kids picked the worst weekend to actually go on a little trip. Yeah, Chris, you're right to be concerned. Mine would. If I saw that, my imagination would be going wild. A dead bunny. I don't know why they thought of that, but it's actually, kind of works for the scene. Just something random. Okay, here's the new Crazy Ralph. No, man, you're not in heaven. Oh, yeah. Freaking eyeball. Oh, God, I'd be like, okay, we gotta go, see ya. Yeah. The 3D eyeball effect actually works good, but man, is it creepy. Creepy. Okay, Hagen's Haven. Here we go. Yeah, you guys probably know this, but this lodge where they shot Friday the 13th Part 3, unfortunately, somebody actually burnt it to the ground. And apparently in one of those horror forums, there was a forum for Friday the 13th, somebody who actually did it apparently posted a picture showing them actually doing it, and apparently the forum's leaders actually contacted the police. I don't know if they ever actually caught the guy, though. Just sad, though. I would have actually liked to have seen that lodge. It's like, damn it. Surprise, the door's unlocked. Rick. No, it's not just your imagination. It's called Don't Scare Chris Half to Death. Yeah, you did. Yeah, Rick, slow things down a little bit. Help yourself. Tell you guys, I've had to do some cold showers. Boy, is it hard to get used to the water. It's like, damn. I tell you guys, Friday the 13th Part 3 might be cheesy, but I do like the actors, though. Yes, Chris, that door was closed a few minutes ago. Surprise! Shelly, that's not what skinny dipping means. Hmm. I have a bad feeling. Yeah, guys, even though the lodge burnt down, the barn is still there, though it's actually in pretty bad shape. Like, I heard the upper level, you can't really get on it anymore. Oh yeah, a hammock is a bed. You know, I've never actually tried a hammock. Have any of you guys ever tried a hammock? How is it? Like, is it comfortable? I would assume it is. I wonder where you would buy a hammock today. I don't think they would really sell those in stores. Well, maybe a specialty store, I don't know. She's holding your bed. Yeah, Rick. Time to make up for scaring Chris. It's called work. Who the hell is Mary Jo Conrad? I've always wondered that. Yeah, Chris definitely makes Rick have a workout. Uh-oh. Yeah, I tell you guys, I've only ever actually gone up one spiral staircase, and that's actually at a hospital of all places. You just don't see those very often, unless it's in, like, either older buildings or something. Like, it's, you just don't see spiral staircases too much. Hmm. Oop, what was that? Wait for it. Wait for it. What the hell? Yeah. You know, I gotta say, you can kind of tell he's faking it. They could have done a better job. Frickin' Shelly. Shelly, you are a jerk. Of course you meant to. Yeah, Shelly, you are an asshole. Oh, punch buggy. She should have just drove off. Yeah, I gotta give you that, Chris. Shelly does have a bit of a nasty sense of humor. Nope, it's not your imagination. You actually got good instincts. Oh, unfortunately, that's not true. Busted. Yeah, the wallet 3D effect right here, apparently that took forever to actually do. I think it took like a whole day or something. Apparently the actor kept throwing it wrong or something. He'd be like a couple inches too far or would hit the camera when it wasn't supposed to. It's like... that tells you guys how the 3D effects actually were kind of tricky to pull off. Oh, biker gang. Yeah, unfortunately, the actress playing Fox, she actually passed away not too long ago. I don't know if it was this year or last year, but I remember reading about it. It's just like, too bad. I would have liked to have actually met her. Yeah, this is the 10th scene. Bad idea. Believe it or not, you would have actually drove better than he does. Unfortunately, you're going to have another situation in about 10 seconds. Okay, maybe 15. And of course, he puts it into reverse by mistake. Oops! You know, actually, the smart thing there would have actually just have been actually park your car, get out, and literally pick up his bikes. Even though I do love what he does next. Yeah, sure, everything's fine. Nope! Yeah, this is a good 3D effect. Well, you kind of knocked over his bikes and then you tried to drive off. Come on. Granted, though, I do love the payback here. Yeah, that was a funny scene. Yeah, this is a pretty good 3D effect too here with the yo-yo. Oh, there's Jason. Slight misunderstanding. That is not a few minor repairs. That's at least a few $100. Alright, well, the couple drive off in a second. Oh, there's Jason watching. Okay, while those two drive off, Jason starts planning things. Oh, there's a lovebird about to do something naughty. Yeah, this is a false jump scare because you think maybe it is Jason, though obviously it's not. Instead, it's actually the biker guys. Though I don't actually know how they found them. That's a good question. He does know what he's doing, and don't smoke a cigarette near gasoline. Yeah, real smart. Oh god, you might have how bad that must taste having gas in your mouth even for a second. Oh, and here goes Fox up to no good. Don't go into that barn, I'm telling ya. It's not gonna end well for you. I warned ya. Oh, Fox, you shouldn't be making noise. Uh-oh. Look out behind you. Yeah, I never actually rode a horse. I've rode a pony before, but never a horse. Maybe one day. Oh, that's right. Fox has a pretty close call right here. Damn, I don't know how they actually did that scene. Jesus. I mean, even if, well, I'm guessing that pitchfork must have been fake. But still, that'd be like, holy shit. Yeah, who is up there, I wonder? Oh, Fox, Fox, Fox. I forgot that was a 3D effect there. Yeah, I gotta say, Jason worked pretty fast there grabbing her. She's not screwing around. Yeah, she is dead now, but not in the way you think. Oh, there's poor Fox. Yeah, I forgot there's actually a 3D effect right there. Huh. Look out! That's another pretty good 3D effect. Like I said, guys, you really need to experience this in much better 3D than the Anagraph. You appreciate the 3D effects better. They can't open the door. They're doing nothing. They're dead. Which you're gonna find out in a second. Shh. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm kind of surprised that Jason just whacks him on the head a few times. I thought he would have chopped him up. Nope, there's the lovebirds. Yeah, I tried standing on my hands, like, to walk around. It's not easy. I usually have to use like a wall to get leverage. Okay, time for the serious conversation. Oh no, wait, no, I'm wrong. I think that's a little later. That's right, this is just the beginning of the conversation. Yeah, you know, some people say they don't like the character Rick, but I think he's actually pretty good. He's like a more serious character, but he's got his likable charms. And I think these two have good chemistry. Oh, there's the stoners. And here's the jugglers. Yeah, I don't know if these guys actually had to go through training for this. And these are actually pretty good 3D effects too. Yeah, though it's only the apples that are actually 3D. I guess the oranges they were too far away from the camera. Yeah, Andy. Yeah, I've tried juggling. I can probably juggle maybe 2 things, but I can't juggle like 3 apples. That'd be hard to do. Ah, Shelly, you pervert. Yeah, this is where he makes his unsuccessful move. Sorry, Shelly, you're just not my type. Sorry, Shelly, you're just not her type. Oh, Shelly. It's called Take It Like a Man. I will say, all these characters are pretty funny. They may not be the most well-developed characters, but they are funny. Up there's Jason. Time for the lovebirds to get busy. Yeah, ironically, Friday the 13th Part 3, just like Part 2 doesn't show that much nudity. Granted, Part 2 had a good reason, but Part 3 I don't get why. But whatever. Just interesting. Okay, time for the big serious conversation. Ironically, I never really had a curfew per se, but granted, when I was a kid, I didn't really go out too much. It wasn't until my late teenager years, but it wasn't until my late teens when I actually started staying out later. I think I only ran off once or twice when I was a kid. Not for very long, just, took off down the street or something. Yeah, the fans debate all this time, was this backstory of Chris encountering Jason in the past necessary? And I actually don't mind the idea, but at the same time, maybe it wasn't necessary, but it's an interesting twist. Yeah, unfortunately, Chris, it's not your dad. Yeah, that's the other good question. Was this all a dream sequence? But the facts are she remembers him later when she sees him later in the film. Oh wait, I'm jumping ahead, guys. Sorry. Tell you, if I saw Jason in the woods, I'd be like, see ya! I mean, it seems like this did happen, even though at the same time it's strange why Jason would ultimately let her go, but who knows. Like I said, guys, it's an interesting twist, but did it need to be in the movie? I don't know. But at the same time, I like it, so... Don't blame you. Car batteries. I wonder if it's a 12 volt. I don't know what size voltage they used back in the 1980s for their cars. I would assume it's like a 12 volt car battery. Yeah, your shortcut kind of sucks, Rick. Okay, we're back to the stoners. And here's Jock going outside to use the washroom, even though there's one inside. I gotta say, it's interesting, this lodge clearly has washrooms, yet it also has an outhouse. Yeah, an outhouse with a light. I never thought of that before. It's like, I don't think I've ever heard of an outhouse having a light. She's like, where did he go? Oh yeah, this scene's hilarious. He thinks he's actually having an hallucination from the drugs. You don't want to know who's there. It ain't Shelly. You're gonna wish it was. Surprise! No, he didn't. Good luck giving Jason some of his own medicine. Uh-oh. Nobody there. Well, actually, Shelly never was in there to begin with. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not up to you. Oh, here's Jason. Yeah, this is a good scene. You imagine that you're just sitting on the dock and somebody grabs your foot from under the water? and there's the hockey mask. Shelly, Shelly, Shelly. No, you do not have to, Shelly. It's called Be a Nice Guy, and maybe she'll give you a chance. I don't know if that'd actually be true. I guess what would be worse, being a jerk or being a nothing? That is a good question. That's right, I think the two best pranksters in the Friday the 13th series are Ted from Part 2 and Shelly from Part 3, and I'm not sure who I like more. I think I kind of prefer Ted, but Shelly's got some pretty good pranks of his own. I tell you guys, like I said, the first four Friday the 13th films, I would say Part 3 is definitely the weakest entry, but it's still a lot of fun. Like I said, these characters may not be the strongest ones in the series, but they're fun. I think that's what a new Friday the 13th film needs. Fun characters. Oh, Shelly's going towards the barn. Not a good idea. They're not in there. Though I don't know why he thinks he sees them, because they already left. Unless I'm wondering if maybe he sees the biker gang, like the dead bodies maybe? I do wonder that. Like, what did he actually see? They're not, but you don't want to meet the guy in there who is doing something you shouldn't see. Shelly, you shouldn't have gone in the barn. Yeah, there's been speculation over the years. Some wondered if Shelly's death is actually like on screen, like if you see Jason attacking Shelly, but I don't think they ever shot it. You just see the aftermath, which is actually pretty effective too. Oh, she dropped his wallet into the water. Not good. Vera, Vera, Vera. Yeah, I tell you guys, that water's got to be cold. Even going in with your feet, it's like, ugh. Oh yeah, here comes a pretty good kill. Just wait for it. Oh, there's Jason with the hockey mask. The iconic look. If I were you, I'd duck. Yeah, this is a great 3D effect. Oh boy. God, I wish you guys really need to see this, like, in this type of 3D. It's so good. Like, this would make you jump. Okay, Jason's setting his sights on his next targets. The lovebirds. Skull, you should have said you vote for her. Oh, here comes Jason. Yeah, I like the build-up here. Yes, it's a false jump scare, but there is some pretty good build-up. Yeah, like I said, guys, I tried standing on my hands, like walking around. It's not easy to do, and I usually have to like go up against a wall to just to get on my, just to get like onto my hands. It's like it's hard. You got to be in pretty good shape for that. Uh-oh, look out, Andy. Yeah, apparently Andy's death has actually been censored because of the MPAA, unfortunately. I'd love to see his full uncut death, but unfortunately that footage has never really been found. Ah, he's not actually fooling around. He's dead. Don't matter, he's not getting you a beer anyway. You're too late. It's not his fault, he simply can't answer you. Yeah, I'm wondering if this next part is actually product placement, because she happens to grab the Atypical magazine for this film. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Van Gogh, if I'm not mistaken. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, it is. You don't want to know where it's coming from. Yeah, this kill is very similar to a kill in the original Friday the 13th, but there is a little bit of a difference, but maybe they could have done a better kill. Oh yeah, there's a deleted scene right here where Chris and Rick were supposed to encounter the crazy guy from earlier, and he was supposed to jump out of the woods and scare them, but it was cut from the movie. Like, I've seen some stills of it, but it's never been released. Oh yeah, here's the popcorn effect. Yeah, I love Jiffy Pop. Yeah, except being a man's not going to end very well for you. Yeah, one place I lived in, guys, the other year, it actually had fuses we had to watch. Like, I couldn't use the air conditioner. Like, it was a pain in the butt. Thank God, I forget, I don't know who it is who invented breakers, but thank God they did. Actually, there is something to be afraid of, Jacques, unfortunately. Oh yeah, friggin' dead mouse. Wait, I think it's a mouse, or is that a skunk? Naughty calendar. You don't want to know who's there. That's not makeup. Yeah, he wasn't fooling around this time. That's not better. Ugh, that'd be a nasty way to go. He ain't joking this time. You should have locked yourself in a room or something. You should have gone out that door. You might be able to save yourself. Here's the kill. Yeah, that's not actually a very good 3D effect right there, unfortunately, but it's a good kill. Apparently, though, there actually was more blood, but it was cut by the MPAA, unfortunately. Like, I would love to see an uncut version of Part 2 and Part 3, but the footage is either lost, or Paramount doesn't know where it is, or they just don't want to do it. Yeah, it is quiet. Yeah, I don't know why Jason put a chair there. They're not there. Nobody is except you two. Well, and somebody else you don't want to meet. Rick, you're gonna regret doing that. That's not Andy. It's not alright. Unfortunately. Yeah, here comes a good kill. Yeah, that 3D effect works good. You don't want to know where that's coming from. Unfortunately, Chris, they're not playing games. Nope, they're not up there, unfortunately. Well, actually, technically Debbie is, but that's another discussion entirely. I gotta say, Jason does have some creepy sides to him for sure. He set all this up. Yeah, if I came back and found a tub full of red water, I'd be like, okay, I'm out of here. Yeah, sorry, you're too late for Rick. I would be so gone if that happened. I'd be like, bye! Rick can't help you anymore. Yeah, I don't know if they used wind machines or not, or if this is actually real wind. I think it's wind machines, but I'm not sure. Rick can't help you anymore, sorry. Though you're gonna be reunited with him in a couple seconds. This is a good shot. Man, I'd be like, bye! Yeah, I love what Chris does right here. Bring on the books! And it's pretty good 3D effect. Yeah, I gotta say, I kind of found it strange why that closet had a lock on it, but... Or I guess, or maybe a storeroom, or... No, it is a closet, but... No, I guess it is a storeroom. What am I saying? Oh, there's poor Debbie. Oh, you shouldn't have screamed. Here comes Jason. Bring on the axe. Oh boy, I can just imagine the emotions having to pull a knife out of your dead friend just to protect yourself. Ouch! Nice one, Chris. Yeah, I realized. I think it's part 2, part 3, and part 4. Jason does do some grunts when he's hurt. I think after that he doesn't. But I think starting in part 6 he doesn't. But granted, in part 6 he's a zombie, so. Time to smash the window. Yeah, right here it's actually the actress doing it, but there is a stunt double that has to do the drop. Ouch. Yeah, that's gotta be at least, I'd say, an 8-foot drop. Maybe more. No, actually, probably closer to 10. Time for the ambush. Wait for it. Wait for it. Now! Nice one, Chris. Yeah, too bad Chris wasn't actually able to run him over, but that was actually a pretty close call, though. That actor must have, the stunt guy must have just jumped out in just in the nick of time. Unfortunately, you're running out of gas. At the worst possible spot. Oh, that board's breaking. Too late. Yeah, I like what Chris does here. Traps Jason in the window. Get up, Chris. And unfortunately, Chris, the shovel's not good enough to hold Jason out. He should have used the 2x4. Or no, that wasn't a 2x4. Shoot. Hang on a minute. Crap, what type of wood did Jason use? I need to see it. Oh, it is a 2x4, okay. Granted, he probably still would have broken regardless. Yeah, I like the build-up right here. It's just all tense. Jason's just looking for Chris. You can tell he's mad. Can you imagine how terrified you have to be, like, hanging from that, or, like, literally clinging to that... She's literally hanging... Imagine how terrified you would be hanging onto that beam and just, like, getting ready to try and jump on Jason. Watching him tear apart the barn looking for you, it'd be so terrifying. Yeah, I gotta say, what Chris does here is pretty gutsy. Yeah, this doesn't actually work as a 3D effect, though. Unfortunately, Jason found the machete. Jason got it stuck. But not for long. I gotta say, Chris can at least think... I gotta say, Chris can think very fast on her feet. Creepy. Nice one, Chris. I would have kept whacking him myself, but she has other plans. Yeah, you would have thought that was it, but nope. Even breaking Jason's neck is not good enough. Oh, Chris, unfortunately it's not over. Chris, you're gonna wish you didn't remove that 2x4. I would have ran. And of course now Chris knows that it's the same guy that attacked her when she was 2 years ago. Oh, Allie to the rescue. Well, sort of. You know, I kind of wish this fight would have been dragged on a little longer, but oh well. You know, Jason definitely makes sure he's dead this time. Get ready, Chris. I would be so terrified right now. Yeah, Jason's actually in 3D at the moment. His hands are actually going through the screen. A little bit. Yeah, that would be terrifying. Like I said, guys, you appreciate Part 3 a lot more if you can see the film in proper 3D. In proper 3D, because it looks a lot better. Yeah, one thing everybody does note is they kind of reuse the same ending here as Part 1, where they have Chris literally get into the canoe and basically just float away for the night. Granted, though, you guys probably know there's actually an alternate ending where Chris was supposed to go up to the lodge and literally Jason would come out and decapitate her. Now, I've only seen a few stills of it, but I've never seen the actual scene. Now, supposedly it was shown on TV once in the 1980s at some point, but I've never seen it. And supposedly the alternate ending was actually sold at conventions for like $500 to $800. But I've never seen it, so I mean, unless somebody confirms it exists, unless somebody can confirm that they actually have it, I can't tell you guys if it's actually true or not. Now, I don't know if the alternate ending is lost or not. Like I said, everybody wants to see Part 2 and Part 3 uncut, but the question is, does the footage still exist or not? I don't know. Friggin' duck. Can you imagine seeing that and be like, what? God, I'd be like, see ya! And of course she freaking hits the logs. Uh-oh. And then, of course, she turns around and the door's still there. It's like, what? Yeah, you can tell she's definitely hallucinating here. And, of course, now Mrs. Voorhees comes out of the water. It's like, I mean, I admit, it's a creepy ending, but it's definitely not the best ending they could have gone with. But it is pretty creepy. And then, of course, now you actually see the actual police. Well, after all she went through, yeah, I guess flipping out would be understandable. Yeah, I just realized, now it's Sunday the 15th. Yeah, but you're gonna need some pretty serious therapy, Chris. You know, it would be awesome to see a new Friday the 13th where all of Jason's past heroines actually come back to take him on all in one group. That would be really interesting to see. Yeah, I read somewhere at one point, apparently Part 3 was supposed to be the final film, but then they decided to do Part 4. Which ironically was supposed to be the final film too, and then of course that film made a lot of money too, and then they decided to do Part 5 and so on. What can I say, you can never really truly kill Jason. So I do like this final shot. Then of course you just see the splashes in the water. It's like indicating it might not be over. Okay, that was Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D. Well, what are my final thoughts? Honestly, I really do like it. I admit, there are some problems, like it's not as good as Part 1 and Part 2 and Part 4, but it's still it's definitely among the 4 best films of the franchise. I mean, I'd probably rank it like number 2, number 4, number 1, and then number 3, and then probably Part 6 after that. Like I said, it's still really good. Like, I like the characters, yes. They are pretty one-dimensional, but at least they're really fun. I mean, all around, it's a really good time. The kills are pretty good, and the 3D, like I said, if you can see the 3D the proper way, it's really good. I mean, all around, I really like Part 3. It is cheesy, but it's the right amount of cheesy. All I can say is I really hope one day Paramount can release some Part 3 on proper 3D Blu-ray like Universal did with Jaws 3D. I don't know why they won't do it, because they would definitely make some money. Alright guys, this is the end of my commentary review on Friday the 13th Part 3. Tune in tomorrow for my review on Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter. I will talk to you guys later.